Hi, I'm Mabon. I spend most of my time filming and editing and creating reels, YouTube videos and TV work for companies, brands, influencers and athletes. Filming live is a new experience for me. This was the first time I'd ever been in control of my own camera, filming straight away by live feed to a 50,000 people audience. Normally, I get as many takes as I want and about 2 weeks to edit that footage. I was given the opportunity to film Cardiff Half Marathon for the live broadcast on YouTube, and this is my review of how that went. So it started the day before the event where I showed up early to Cardiff. I was trained on how to use and set up a Sony PMW 500 camera, which is something I'd never used before. And having the pressure of having to set it up myself on the day was pretty scary. It's completely different to anything I'd ever used before. Manual focus, manual aperture, and the zoom was completely different. It was a power zoom lens, which I'd never used before. On the day of the event, I showed up 2 hours before the first camera tests to set up my camera, bearing in mind I'd only set it up once before. I was given a 2-foot platform for a higher angle down on the runners as they went past. Quite a scary experience, but I managed to do it in 20 minutes. So I sat around for about an hour and 40, stressing. What the director wanted was panning shots coming out from a tight angle into ultra wide, showing the big buildings behind them, the Millennium Centre. At about 11 AM, the director asked me to go handheld and get some clips for the S4C BBC iPlayer programme going out the next day. What I did to get the smoothest clips out of the PMW 500 was to put it on my shoulder. I felt like this gave a pretty dynamic and natural look to the footage. What was pretty annoying about the PMW 500 was the fact that the viewfinder was in black and white. So finding focus, especially when you're using f7, f8 most of the time, was quite difficult. I think you see that my clips were in focus luckily, but it's something that I was definitely concerned about. I believe I learned so much having to do things live, having to listen to the director. It really added an extra layer and adds a little bit more stress. And having to do manual focus, manual aperture, and using a black and white viewfinder was not that easy. In the end, I think it ended up all right. I believe I dealt with the pressure quite well, even if it was a little bit scary. I think the feedback I got back from the director was very positive. It seems like it went quite well. I think in future, I'd love to do more live stuff, and working for Dream Team TV wasn't a bad way to do it.